to talk about natural solutions. Oh my gosh, my mother was just talking about a trip today. I was like, I'll go on that with you. Let me start saving now. It's going to take me a minute. Okay, so natural solutions seriously gives you, makes you feel more confident. It empowers you to take care of your own health and your own family the way that you feel comfortable doing, and in a safe and effective way. And what I posted today was like, do you need a fast, easy solution? Because this is going to be way faster than in 30 days, you may start to be able to feel better, and also let me know the side effects you're occurring, right? And so we love the fact that you have a holistic approach, and there is a natural approach to anything. Instead of like a Band-Aid, right? Modern approach is like, we're going to listen to your symptoms and we're going to try to just make you feel more comfortable, right? The natural approach is, why are these symptoms occurring? Let's get to the root of the problem. And here is a solution for you. Let's try this. Let me know if you're experiencing some relief. If not, let's add some more things to it. If so, this is awesome. I'm so excited, right? That is the difference.
That's one of the things I love, right? Because that's my whole MO of what I do and how I work. It's, we're going to address the cause, right? The root cause, it might take, like you mentioned, like 30 days, but like even sometimes longer, depending on what you're trying to accomplish. But we do have recipes and solutions that give you a Band-Aid effect as well to address the symptoms while we're going at it from the underlying cause.
Absolutely. So you get a both and. Why are you saying, Dana, is you get a both and? Like, if you're having discomfort, we're going to figure out, and we're going to help you with that discomfort whilst we figure out why this discomfort is showing up all of a sudden, right? And I was in the first part. Okay. So like I was on the silver call this morning, and so I spent a majority of my childhood, like, and I know you are the same way, Dana, we're kind of in the same spot here, but I spent 18 years taking medication for asthma, right? I spent 18 years going in and out of hospitals, being sick. That's what I can remember most about my childhood, is being sick and having respiratory distress all the time. And so like, me having this ability to support my family in a different way in the middle of the freaking night without me having to rush them to the hospital was like mind blowing, and gave me such an amazing feeling as a mom that I could like at 2 a.m. help them with whatever came across, help them with if they were experiencing, a raised temperature, if they were experiencing feeling nauseous, if they were experiencing discomfort, if they were experiencing respiratory distress, because I had a solution to help them right away, right? And as a mom, that's like life for me. And so that's my why, because I had the other all the time, and the side effects were wide, right? And then all of a sudden I was gifted these 13 years ago, and I'm just like, holy cow, like my children no longer will have to be in this feeling that I used to be, right? We don't have to go resort to these unless something, major happens. But thankfully, we were able to take care of this in our own home 99.9% of the time. And I love that. So why are essential oils different? Right, Dana, this is huge. Basically, my nuts and bolts of it is the essential oil is so small in molecular composition that it can actually penetrate the cell wall, and it can help our cells get healthier, right?
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, in addition to that, right, it's compatible with our cells, because we as humans are organic compounds, and essential oils are organic compounds, so they know how to communicate and work with each other, as opposed to synthetic over-the-counter things, which work to stop a system from finishing its function, right? It puts a brick wall in front of us that says, don't do that anymore, rather than how can we help you, right? The oils work with the body. So it's beautiful. It's all synergy. It's beautiful.
Absolutely, it's synergy, which reminds me of our program, right? It is
No,
synergy. And I love the fact that you do not need a lot of the essential oil.
right.
There are 3 pounds of peppermint leaves in 1 bottle of peppermint. You literally need 1 drop to open up your airways. You really need 1 drop to lower the tension in your shoulders. You need
Yeah.
1 drop to help your stomach feel better, right? To
Yeah.
lower your body temperature. Like that is the simple easy. Somebody sent me something yesterday and I was like, my adult friend, Marilena, she's like, oh my gosh, my temperature is raising. What do I need to do? And I was like, where's your peppermint?
Right.
Literally get some peppermint on your spine, get a cold cloth and put it on your spine, and you're going to feel better. And that's how
Yep.
fast it can be. And so it's pennies per dose. That's another thing, right? That is a third cool thing about this. It's pennies per dose, and nothing else is like that. So safe and pure, you want to talk about that? The doTERRA is, we love their way of doing it, but they are pure tested grade essential oils, right? doTERRA is safe and
Yeah.
pure.
Stop, movie. Okay. Yeah. It's a beautiful thing, right? I mean, the reason, right? Like I mentioned a minute ago, they work with your body, which is what makes them safe. You know, it's interesting because I had somebody ask me the other day, well, why is it safe to ingest essential oils if you can't put them in a plastic cup, right? Because essential oils break down plastic. But again, I'm going to go back to that whole thing of it's a plant natural compound. We're designed to eat plants, right? I mean, one of my favorite Bible verses is Ezekiel, where it talks about the fruit shall be used for food and the leaves for medicine, right? We're told in the Old Testament of the Bible that that's what plants and nature are intended for. So it's taken, I mean, granted, ancient times they used this stuff, but it's taken hundreds of thousands of years for us to fully catch on to understand the science behind it and how and when and why it works. So
Exactly. And see, you brought up something that just came back to my mind is when friends, when you eat food, our body uses it. Our body is an amazing, amazing situation where it knows where to put it. It knows what to use it. It knows what to bring for energy. It knows what to bring for here. It may store the extra stuff where you don't want it. That's different, but our body knows how to use it. And that is the same way with an essential oil. You put an essential oil in you, on you, or aromatically, your body knows how to use it because it is made from the same natural organic compounds. And that's what we're talking about, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love that. We talked about this a little bit last year, right? Or last year. We talked about it last year too. Last week. There are 3 awesome ways to use essential oils, right? I love all of these ways. And you use oils internally every day, correct? I do too.
I do. I love internal is probably my number 1 go-to way to do oils. I mean, and topically for sure. I don't diffuse as much as most people do. And I tend to just I have a couple basics that I stick to, just because of, I don't know. I've never been a candle person even before oils. I just never loved it. So for me, gravitating to having a scent all the time, it's something I do. But internally, right, I add it to my water and I drink it. I'll add it to my smoothies or my greens in the morning and I'll drink that. I put them in capsules. So every day I make a capsule of Sendicrine oil and a Metapower oil. Boom, every single day. It helps a ton with energy, metabolism, cleansing, all of the things. What else do we do for internal? We can use them with baking and cooking.
Yep.
Right? Oh, yep. Melissa, frankincense, yarrow palm, all go under my tongue every single morning. So I start my day while I'm getting ready. Take my shower. I'm doing my skincare. Yarrow palm goes on my face. Frankincense goes on my face. Melissa sits right there with them because I go on my face and in my mouth. It's just like boom, boom, boom. There we go, folks.
Yep.
And it's all right there and resting.
Exactly.
It is. It's such a beautiful thing. And I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I'm starting to be conscious of my age, right? I mean, I'm 44, and probably the number 1 thing that I've been hearing from people lately is they're absolute surprised when they hear me say that because they're like, I wouldn't have put you past that 30. And I'm like, thank you.
Same. Thank you.
But this is where I know, thank you so much. But this is where it comes from. right? It's using food and nature to take care of my body from the inside out. It's not only the topical skincare, but it's the internal use as well.
Exactly. And I know that we're so good at, and I'm the same way. I'm like, I want to feel something different really fast. I want to see signs really, really fast. Instant gratification is a really big thing. We have about a 3-second window. Most people are probably dropped off the live right now. If you're on Facebook, I love you. If you're still here, thank you so much. Let me know if you're still here.
Right.
But a 2 in the chat if you're like, I want to look like I'm 35 again, right? And I really think it is all about longevity. I started using the skincare and LLV when I was 35. Friends, I am 45, right? And so that longevity, right? Thank you. But I notice different things, like you notice things go away and you notice things are shift a little bit differently. You know, a couple months in or whatever, I'm like, my skin feels different. It looks different. My discomfort is gone. I don't have headaches. My head tension is gone. This is so weird. We don't actually really think about what we don't have once they're gone, because we always think about all the stuff that we do have, right? But friends, like I have been using the skincare from doTERRA for almost that long, right? Whether it's Euro Palm, whether it's the doTERRA Essentials, or it's Virage. I just got Virage again. You guys, friends, I've been out of Virage for a while and I've used other stuff, but oh, wow, has it made my face feel so good the last 3 days.
Seriously, I know, because I was only out of Virage for like a week or two, right? It wasn't even that long, but it's like once I put that hydrating serum back on my face just kind of like, oh, thank you so much.
I know, my face was like,
drink of water in a week.
Thank you, Shannon. It's been a minute. I mean, I still use Immortelle. I use Euro Palm. Sometimes I put Blue Tansy on. Sometimes I put Rose on, but I have not had the Virage for a minute. And so anyway, it is all about longevity. Like friends, I used to have like this, there was like a brown spot, you know, when you get older, you get these brown spots, but it was actually kind of raised right here. And it's not there. I had that at like 35. It was like this dry, brown, flaky, I don't even know what it was, gone. I actually had one over here too. So and so that piece is like longevity. You get to put good, healthy, amazing essential oils infused with your facial care on your skin every day.
So, but guess what else you can do, right? We're talking about our skin, we're talking about our face, we're talking about topical, right? But you know what else gets help in the same process while you're doing all this for your face? Your hair. That is the number one thing. The girl that does my hair says, she's like, I cannot believe, because like my frustration, I'm like, Ashley, like, why is my hair always so frizzy? She's like, will you stop? It's not frizzy. And I'm like, but then what is all this? She's like, it's new growth.
I know. Mine is frizzy too.
Like, you may be 44. She's like, but you have a ton of new hair growth. She's like, your hair is healthier than it's ever been. And she's been doing my hair ever since I moved back for 10 years. She's like, I have never seen it healthy and this thick and this full. Right? 44.
And I'm going to say, thank you, Meta Power.
Right? And LLV.
And LV, yep. I was just going to say, yep.
Right? But I mean, just because your hair has been thinning and falling out and you think you can't, you can. You can reverse all of that, right? It's getting your health span to match your lifespan, right? It's keeping your body healthy and well while you're living your life. So
yeah, my husband, yes, I totally agree. My husband, we've been together for more than 10 years now. And he has never seen my hair this long or thick in 10 years. So I'm 10 years older, friends. My hair is so long. I had to literally have my hairdresser last week thin down this side of my hair. I have not had to have a hairdresser thin down. I'm like, thank you so much. Could you thin this down? Because it doesn't anyway. So okay, we could talk about this forever. We get to talk about the next part of Live Empowered. This is why I brought this conversation up, is because you get to have the tools in your household that is going to help you in real time, right? For you as a mama, you as a sister, you as a wife, you as anybody gets to, brother, husband, father, whoever, gets to have core products that are going to help you when you need them. And these pieces are staples in our house, right? There might be staples that I don't use oregano every single day. I don't use On Guard soft gels every single day. But when we need them, we need them. And you get to have a toolbox that's going to help you in real time. And these are awesome. This is being prepared for anything. So what do we have here? We have Correct X, which is really, really an awesome product for everything skin, everything.
It's absolutely.
And I'm going to bring up something because I know we always talk about a little piece of animal safety, right? I used to have a cat and we had a litter box and I changed her litter, and it was a litter that had something in there. There must have been a fragrance or something. And all of the hair on her ears like went away because she was allergic to it. So the hair, like her feet got all kind of raw, and then her ears, because she would probably bathe herself, right? So she'd rub her ears. And I used Correct X for like 2 days on her feet and her ears, and the hair started growing back. I'm curious if I have lost everybody or if it's my internet. So we're going to keep going. Let me know if you guys can still see me because I have lost the other two lovelies. Let me see if I can still see me in Facebook. 1 second, friends. Thank you for your patience. To see if I am still on here. I think so. Okay, so I think we're still here. So we just talked about this in the Silver Club call. And if you guys are feeling a little, friends, if you're feeling a little under the weather, or other family members in your family and you've been around them or feeling under the weather, On Guard soft gels are amazing. They do have black pepper and they have Melissa in them, and they're super powerful to boost your immunity and get you feeling a lot better, a heck of a lot quicker, right? Welcome back, Dana. I was like, I lost everybody. I cannot hear you. Mm-mm. And oregano is basically going to make you it's basically going to kill all the ickiness that is around you, on you, or in you. Okay. So there you go. I can hear you now.
All right, I'm back.
Perfect. Perfect. I'm so glad. And so these are core essential oils: digestion, tea tree, breathe, peppermint, and oregano are core staples to have in your household whenever you're not feeling well. Obviously, digestion is for digestive support. Breathe is for respiratory support. Tea tree also will kill anything gross, right? It's super amazing for your hair, skin, and nails, though. But tea tree is amazing to calm your emotions, to block out outside energies, and for anything gross. Do you want to talk about these essential oils, Dana, at all?
I don't know what you've already said, and I can't see the picture. So
okay, it's just lemon powered. It's just oregano, peppermint, On Guard, the Breathe Stick, Breathe It Oil, Digestin, and Tea Tree, and Correct X. So basically, it's just basically the top products that if you have something going on in your home, these are going to be like your go-tos.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. So tea tree, like the ways I use tea tree, like I'll give you just like 1 or 2 examples of how we use them this week. Okay. So tea tree, when we came home from our hike, and we found a tick on Hooligan, I had my kids jump in the shower and I added tea tree to their shampoo when they wash their hair, right? To just make sure that if there were any icky things in their hair, that it was out. Right. So that's one of the things we did with tea tree. I added it to a roller ball for some little kiddos with ear pain, to kind of help with the ick that's associated with ear pain. Digestin, we use digestin all the time under the tongue or in the belly button, multiple times a week, depending on what I eat, sometimes multiple times a day.
Same. Yep.
Oregano goes in a capsule, but anybody doesn't feel very good. Oregano is really, really powerful to help with all those germs and things that people don't want to feel sick. Okay, what's next? Bodie's got a big old scrape on his knee, so Correct X goes on that, and it heals so much
faster with Correctex. I'm still blown away. Like every time I put
I
it on
am
and
too.
cover it up with a Band-Aid, it looks better by the time you take the Band-Aid off every single time.
I am
Not that
too.
it's
I am too.
gone in one application, right? But you
Yep.
literally have visible evidence of healing with each application and a Band-Aid cover.
Absolutely. I used Correctex when I cut my finger, right? I used like liquid Band-Aids. I used myrrh and frankincense and lavender and then it covered everything with Correctex afterwards to have that extra Melissa and that healing property of those oils that are in there. It was amazing. You can't hardly tell you, friends, that I had like 15 cuts on my finger from last fall. So I'm so impressed every single day. All right, so the be refreshed is the next one. Be refreshed with self-care. This is an awesome set of products. You do have the aromatic viewpoints here. I love this diffuser. It is my favorite frosted glass diffuser. It is so beautiful.
It's in my bedroom.
Yeah, it's in my office. I love it. I love the fact that it changes color and it runs for a long time. So here we have On Guard hand sanitizer spray. Friends, it is everywhere. I have one in my purse, I have one in my backpack, I have one in my car. Do not keep it inside your car if you live in a hot environment, because it will, like the bottle will not hold up if it gets 115 in your car. Then we have the oils Serenity and Adaptive. Great for diffusing, and that's why you have this diffuser here. Serenity and Adaptive are going to really help for emotional support or restful support at night. And then we have Deep Blue Rub, or Deep Blue Stick, and Deep Blue Oil and Lavender Oil. Tell me what you're going to use those for, Dana.
All right, so Deep Blue Stick goes on all the areas of pain. It's, it's one of those great things. Bodie likes to put it on his shoulder after a big day of ball, right? Lots of pitching and things like that. He likes to. Yep. So lots of pitching, but also, right, he took a pitch to the shoulder one time. Pitcher hit him and he had a big old massive bruiser there. So Deep Blue goes on that, right? It's a great thing to have in his gear bag, and he can just swipe a little bit on in the dugout, right? It doesn't have to be a big process, but it helps cut that pain and keep him going a little bit. What else did you say? Lavender?
Lavender, yep. So
lavender is a great one. Now I'm trying to think, because I've used lavender a bunch this week too. And what were we using it on specifically? Now I don't remember. Hang on.
Lavender is the aroma touch protocol, and so I used it this week when I gave an aroma touch. So it is part of that protocol too.
We used it on Hooligan, right? You told me.
Oh yeah, the tick.
Yes. So Nika found the tick on him, and we tag team because that dog was not going to sit still. So she was in charge of holding the cup. So once I took the tick off, I dropped it in the cup, and she dropped the lavender right on there for him. And it irritated him quite a bit. But man, did that dog have a nice, quiet, relaxing day. Let me tell you,
I bet he did.
He's a tired boy.
I bet he was. That's amazing. So I do use lavender. You guys, friends, I use lavender in the summer, or right now we have a lot of storms going on, right? And the dogs don't really like storms. And so I have used a little bit of coconut oil in my hand, put a drop of lavender, and I put it on their haunches and the tips of their ears, and it really calms them down. If there's a lot of noise, if they're going to be around fireworks or anything loud, that really calms your pup down naturally and really quickly.
So it calmed him down a lot.
I bet it did. Bet it did. Now we've talked about these a little bit today already. These are Dana and I's favorite products. Terrazyme, Lemon, PB Restore, LLV, Frank, On Guard, and the On Guard toothpaste. And so this is really healthy. This is daily activities. This is why it's part of this routine, is your gut health. You're making sure that your gut is more alkaline than acidic and more alkaline than sugary. And this PB Restore is like game changing for your gut health, friends. It has a prebiotic, a probiotic, a postbiotic, and it has the little gremlins, which are called aphages, right?
Gremlins?
I think they're little gremlins. They're like little gremlins that go around your body and they just eat all the bad stuff.
I like gremlins. I usually call them the Pac-Mans, but I like gremlins.
Pac-Mans, it works.
You know?
I have my lifelong vitality right here, because I just drank my shake and it gets to be like in me for a little bit. And then I take my lifelong vitality right after all that protein. And so it is powerful game changer. We just talked about that. Like, friends, I have been on these for 10 years. I have had so many different experiences and I'm so grateful for it because my health span is going to match my lifespan, right? Exactly. Frankincense and On Guard.
Oh.
We love these two oils. Frankincense has been my go-to for so many things. So the first thing that I really used frankincense for, like a long time ago, was just like my deep blue oil. But I used to get head tension a lot. And friends, since I take LLV every day, I don't get head tension ever. If I do, I'm like, how much water have I drank in the last 36 hours? And so I upgrade my MetaPower Recharge and I drink some more water. But frankincense on your thumb, holding to the roof of your mouth for about 30 seconds, takes away that massive head tension that you want to be in a dark room for 24 hours and gets you nauseous. Are you catching my drift, friends? Are you catching my drift? It goes away in about 45 seconds. So let's just be honest. Frankincense was my friend for a hot minute, but I use it for just my nervous system, my anxiousness, my skin, my health, my everything. What about you, Dana?
We probably about a half hour forever, sweetie. So LLV for me, I don't know specifically where your question.
No, just what
I was talking to. But LLV, like the top two things that I noticed when I take it, because my head tension was already gone because I used frankincense the way that you described, and honest to goodness, I only ever needed to do it once. Mm-hmm. I haven't a near instance of that again. But LLV, I notice much more balance, energy, and mental clarity when I take LLV consistently.
Yeah, me too.
Those are the top two things. LLV. And sometimes, my friend, it's not even that like I take it and it's like, oh my goodness, this is so much better. Sometimes it's I take it, and then maybe there's a couple of days gap where you get out of a rhythm because we go out of town, and sometimes I get out of my rhythm and forget for a couple of days, and all of a sudden I'm like, what is my problem? I'm like, oh, I put those in that bag and they didn't get put back where they were supposed to go, and I haven't been taking them, and now all of a sudden I'm having all of these issues again. I got to get back to it.
Exactly. We remember, right? When we start, and just like I said earlier, it's not what you are feeling right now. It's what you're like, oh crap, my right shoulder feels a little achy. Oh, I'm like, oh, what I have not done? Just like when I said I was kind of like moody, and my husband was like, okay, listen, have you taken your MetaPower or your phytoestrogen lately? I was like, oh, I must be kind of moody. I'll go take that now. So it'd been a few days, right? And you can tell when you don't take it. And because you just feel better, you act, obviously I act better.
Right.
Oh my gosh. So
taking a Serenity Adaptive this morning together, but I didn't, but I should have.
You might be napping on the way.
Nope, I don't think so. I think I was that amped up. I don't think I'd have been napping.
That's funny. So basically, this is what we started this conversation with, right? What are your health priorities? What do you want to feel less of? What do you want to feel more of? And write this down for yourself and put it in the chat below this video. Reach out to Dana and I, DM us. Write 1 or 3 things. What do you want to feel less of? What do you want to feel more of? And we are here to help support you to create that for yourself. We're here to support you to create that for your family. That's what we want for you. We want you to feel better. We want you to live healthier longer. We want you to have the energy, the vitality, the body composition, the mindset that you truly wish to have. If you're not there yet, if you're already there, who else out there can use the things that you're using to make yourself feel like you do right now? So we're here to help. And of course, there's a lot of different products in here that we've talked about today. Here are the oils. You can take a screenshot of this picture because it has really great reasons why Adaptive is amazing, why the TerraZyme is amazing. We've talked about these oils all month long, and I'm so excited to share different solutions maybe that you've never really utilized digestion for, or maybe you didn't realize how much oregano could help you, or Terrazyme, that you're like, what? It helps me absorb nutrients. I thought it was just like good for my gut health, and it was something that Dana said I should take, and I just didn't really know why. I just listened, and I know I feel better, but it literally helps you absorb good nutrients and slough off the bad stuff your body doesn't need. And so Terrazyme or gut, those enzymes are massive for your health. But gut health is your immunity. Gut health is your hormones. Gut health is your emotional health. And it's how you view the world, and it's also going to show how you are with your people too. And so if your people are saying, wow, there's a lot going on here, maybe we get to look at that too, right? Sometimes we're just in it. We don't know how we're showing up. And so that is part of it too. And I know that doTERRA is an essential oil company, right? We know that it is an essential oil company. We have tons of oils that come from 42 countries all over the world, and we love that. We've talked about, we've shared going back sourcing, healing hands, where they come from, the impact that the behind the bottle, has. It's not just an oil company. This is a cause, right? And so, but Lifelong Vitality is our number one product, because friends, we want to live better lives. We want to be healthier inside. We want to have better cardiac health, right? And as we've shared the MetaPower line, we know that 93% to 96% of the United States, US citizens have diminished cardiac health. And so we're here to show you different natural solutions that you can improve that. And so this, if you want more information about this, screenshot this part of this, okay? Because you're going to get more information about Lifelong Vitality here. We've talked about this. We've actually shared some of these, but we've talked about the three different kinds of people, Dana, right? There's 3 different kinds of people in doTERRA. People that are living a holistic wellness lifestyle, right? They're like, I like holistic. I don't like over the counter. This is why I'm in doTERRA. The second person is, I love sharing the refer a friend link to my friends, because just like my favorite cup of coffee, I'm like, okay, seriously, this new PB Restore is mind blowing on what it has done to make my digestive system feel better. I'm going to share with all my friends. Oh my gosh, this Deep Blue Stick has made me feel so much better. I'm going to share with all my friends. And so you're using it and you're sharing it, right? You're using the refer a friend link. The third person is like Dana or I, right? You're like, I love this cause. This is not just an essential oil company. I use all the products. I clean my home. I have lowered my toxins. My family is supported every single freaking day, and I love it. And I want to get paid.
Exactly.
What? And I want to go on a healing hands trip, and I want to make the world a better place. And so that is the power that doTERRA has. What?
And I want to go hang out with you at Leadership.
Exactly. Friends, we want you at doTERRA Convention. We want you at Leadership. Right. So you guys, every single purchase of doTERRA oils changes lives. We've talked about that for the last 2 months, right? It changes the lives of the communities. It changes the lives of your family. It changes the lives of the growers. It impacts the world to be a better place and a healthier place, right? This is not just us riffing about why we love these products. It is, but literally, we have found really powerful solutions. I heard some solutions that I'm going to share some testimonials today on this Silver Club call that I was like mind blown. And I am still mind blown every single day, right? A person that had a stroke at 79 years old, and she used 3 oils on her feet, and she came out of a coma in 2 weeks. Like, I'm just like, what? Like, I had the chills that she was able to help her mother-in-law in that way, right? 79-year-old mother-in-law, played tennis actively every single day since she was 19, was getting ready for tennis practice or tennis game, and she had a stroke. Right? And so there is essential oil for everything to help our body heal and rejuvenate in real time. And I love it. I was like, oh my gosh. And we have talked for 45 minutes, and I love every bit of this conversation.